time. No one's really immune to or impervious to time, and everything has its time, and it will eventually, nothing is completely permanent. And I find it fascinating just to go to these different spots and see that there's a history there, and sometimes imagining what it might have looked like when it was, new and newly built, and how, nature has sort of just reclaimed it. I'm from Sweden. I'm an illustrator, freelance illustrator, and I work and live in Hong Kong. And I go under a pseudonym called the Ink Trail. I've been in Hong Kong for over 10 years in total. I went to art school here called the SCAD, Savannah College of Art and Design, and graduated in 2015. And then I was in the US for a bit and came back here about 8 years ago. I guess coming from a country like Sweden, which is not very vertical, is more of a flat country, Of course, I have experienced it. I lived in New York for a short time, and but I'm still, anytime something is like, super tall buildings or super tall mountains, is still something I enjoy both seeing and sketching and experiencing. And I think that's why when you feel kind of small next to these like giant building or giant stone wall in that case, it does give me a feel, especially when you have nature, like the mountains behind the buildings, behind the skyscrapers. It's a very unique look, especially during the pandemic. So I would explore more of the nature trails and all the hiking trails around where I live and also farther away. And that's where a lot of the nature sketches in my book come from that time. And ever since, I've hiked a lot more, and I appreciate it more now for the nature. I've always been, enjoying adventure stories and games and movies and Indiana Jones, Tomb Raider, and maybe for this reason that I like these sort of ruins, but it's just fun to explore and to walk around and see these sites and see what I can find. I went there with a friend, and there was actually quite a long, takes quite a bit of time to travel there from Hong Kong Island. Took nearly 3 hours, I think. And I just read about this online and thought, I need to find this and see it. It's one of the oldest settlements in Hong Kong. I think one of the first settlements in Hong Kong. So that was originally in 1600 something when they first settled there. And then the last people that lived there left in 1975. And then it's been standing there ever since. It's a very cool spot. It's also called one of the most haunted spots in Hong Kong. So there's a playground. There are all these buildings where the roofs have caved in and the trees have grown both in and out of windows. And eventually, nothing is completely permanent. I think these structures are sort of a reminder of that. It's like a memento mori, remembering that things will eventually change. And I find it fascinating just to go to these different spots and see that there's a history there, and sometimes imagining what it might have looked like when it was new and newly built, and how nature has sort of just reclaimed it. One vanished a long time ago, which is Kowloon City, like the walled city. I would have very much liked to draw that, whether it's from the outside or the inside. I know it's not super safe, maybe inside at the time. That's something that I kind of, I'm sad that I never got to see. And I think there are some spots here and there, including to some degree maybe the Monster Building that's on the front page that has that kind of vibe, these older buildings. But of course that was demolished a long time ago. Also, I did not get to see the planes land in Kai Tak, but I was lucky enough to draw the jumbo shrimp floating restaurant, at least, before it sank to the bottom of the ocean. But I have that drawing. Ink drawing was something I did pretty early and I liked. Nothing is completely permanent, but in some way, it's a lot more permanent than other mediums.